we're gonna let Boss Lady start us off with tonight's topic.
Okay.
We're here to talk healing. We're here to talk empowerment. And if you haven't tuned into our previous episodes, be sure to check those out. I will be sure to start posting more on my end, but you can tune into those on Boss Lady's page as well as her YouTube. I think her link is in her bio, if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken. That's right. So you can go to
Yes.
her page and click the link in her bio and check out all of those to catch yourself up to speed on how we are doing with this podcast. And I really
Right.
feel like it's helping people.
It really is. I get a lot of feedback. I had a young lady in my inbox was just like, I've been through so much, and I'm glad that you have brought this topic up because it really helps me to, heal and try to figure out how to heal through the pain and things like that. And she was just like, I fell in love with somebody, but they didn't really love me back.
Mhm.
And she was just like, I had his kids and everything. And it's just, you know, things happen where I guess you be thinking you be in love with that person, but they really don't love you back. And that's the worst, to
Right.
have somebody that you love and they don't love you back.
Mhm.
That's hard. That is really
Mhm.
hard. But I was telling her, like, it's gonna take time to heal. Certain people it heal quickly or it takes a while. But as long as you healing where when you do decide to get into another relationship, you already know what not to deal with and what to deal with. And you can work on making sure you're good for the next person.
Mhm.
So today's topic is signs that you have finally grown or finally growing, and even if it feels lonely. So there are signs, and those signs can be maybe you just need to step aside and just take care of you at this time. Make sure
Mhm.
that, like I was saying, just make sure that you're good when it comes down to these relationships or just being just by yourself, because you got to know, like, you got to take care of yourself, regardless of everybody else,
Mhm.
because things could happen, and if you're not completely great with yourself or good with yourself, you're not going to be okay for anybody,
Mhm.
because hurt people. So when you are hurting or feeling some type of way, you can take that anger out on somebody else, and that's not good. Especially
Mhm.
if they're trying their best to give you all they got and you're still not healed. That's very selfish of you
Right.
to even put yourself or put them through that. That's
Mhm.
why I say the best thing to do when you get into these relationships is to ask them, do they love themselves? Because if they don't, then you need to stop before you get into this relationship and it does not go the way you want it to go.
Right.
Of
Mhm.
course, make sure God is first. That's always number one if you believe in God and things like that. But definitely, make sure that you loving yourself first, taking care of yourself, making sure that nobody takes you for granted, nobody makes you feel less of a person. Because when you're in a relationship or wherever, nobody is supposed to be competing against each other. Nobody is supposed to be looking at you as if you're nothing,
Mhm.
because you are something. You were created to be great, you know. We just have to figure out what that greatness is. So that greatness could be anything that God has given you, any talent that that you have. Embrace it, because I figured out I like writing. I really do. I love it. But I didn't push myself enough back then like I did, like I'm doing now, because I didn't care for myself then. I
Mm-hmm.
noticed, like I was telling y'all back in the last episode, like I didn't love myself because like I wasn't taking care of myself. I was letting myself go. Like when you be in these relationships, you be thinking like I'm giving them everything. Like I would take like my family would go on like little outings and stuff together, and I'd be like, well, I can't go because I'm waiting on a phone call, or I need to be here and talk to this person all day, and I don't feel like I wasn't free. If I would tell them I was going somewhere, it was like, oh, you just gonna leave, you ain't gonna, and every time I would be somewhere, it was like I couldn't be there. Like, I'd be like, I'm with family. Oh, how long you gonna be out? Like, what do you mean? I'm with my family, so that can be as long as it gonna be.
Right.
But some people want to control you, especially when you don't love yourself. Some people want to manipulate you. Some people use sex. Some people use what you do, anything to try to keep you with them. So, um, when it comes down to control, they just like, oh, you can't have no friends. I don't want you hanging out with these people. I don't want you doing nothing. I don't want to feel like I'm owned, okay? Because I'm nobody's slave. I don't want to be nobody's slave.
Right.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be that. You know what I mean? Because you see that a lot. That's why some of these people aren't able to leave these relationships because they didn't dug a really deep hole where they can't get out, you know? And when they do have a way out, it's hard because, they don't have nowhere to go. They didn't isolated themselves from their family, their friends. You would hope, maybe they got one or two people that might bring them in, but you don't know if they gonna be like, "Hey, she here." You know what I mean?
Right.
You never know what's going on, but like I said, you gotta love yourself. You gotta put yourself first. So healing just starts with just loving on you more. Taking the time to you know give yourself credit for what you do. You know, we so tied up in giving to other people that we don't give to ourselves. All that money that you be spending on these people, why you don't spend that on yourself?
Right.
Like you become rich when you with somebody else, but when it come to you, you like, shoot, I don't want to buy that. Let me go ahead and buy something that's a little cheaper. Cheaper? No. you know? And I wish I can go back in time and really fix some things in my life. But I have to say that I am glad where I'm at right now because I feel like if I did change some things, I wouldn't be the person I am today. We are going to go through things in life, but as long as we can get through those things and you always have somebody in your corner, whether it's your family, friend, or something like that, to push you a little bit more than a whole lot more than you're pushing yourself, that's awesome. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't have to have a ton of friends. I tried a ton of friends, and I figure they were all just what it was. Like you win some, you lose some. But I just noticed like I do not have to have a million people to have friends. Because it's just nothing but chaos. You know,
Right.
I remember going to a restaurant one time with a friend, and this was like a birthday, and it was a lot of us, and the bill came up to like $200. $200 ain't much, but when it's a several people at this table,
Right.
they like, well, can you pay half? I'm paying mine, and I'm leaving. I'm not about to pay somebody else's meal. They
Right.
over here buying drinks and steaks and all this other stuff. I'm sitting here like, give me something off of the appetizer menu. You know, give me something I can afford.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, you just gotta be able to put yourself first and not let nobody take advantage of you. When
Right.
you love yourself and you have your self worth, nobody can manipulate you. Nobody can take you for granted or take you and just make you feel like, like you're just nothing. You know what I mean? Because people feel like you are nothing to them when they can
Mm-hmm.
use you like that. They like, ooh, I can use her like a puppet. Make her do whatever I want. Because
Right.
guess what? Because you don't love yourself, you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to give them whatever they want.
Right.
Because this my person that you
Mm-hmm.
thought was your person.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go and do these things and they like, okay, I'm done with you. It's like, what did I do? Now you crying, trying to figure out how to make him feel or hit her feel better. And it's like, why you got to do all of that just to please this person? You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying that you don't have to, that you got to buy all these things or, because in a real relationship, you don't have to buy all those things for somebody to
Mm-hmm.
like you.
Right.
They're going to like you just because of who you are and what you stand for, you know? And so please love yourselves because I don't like seeing our people out here struggling trying to find somebody to love or love them and they don't love themselves.
Right. Um. For me, I like how each week the topics are different, but they all go together. And for me this week, today's topic, signs of growth and why it will feel alone. And this, I will, like I tell y'all, I will always speak from my own perspective, my own personal situations and things like that. I would never use other people. I will always use me because I was that person. I was one of those people that thought like I always had to run and prove myself or make somebody see me, you know, because I didn't understand the concept of just just love on you.
Mm-hmm.
Because while your heart and your motives are pure, other people are not gonna, be like you. And they're
Exactly.
not gonna know how to be receiving when you approach them or when you are in their space. So for me, I feel like signs of growth, one sign could be feeling alone.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you ever been in a situation where like you're frustrated, you're tired, you got all this on your heart and your chest, you feel like you just weighted down and like you take a day to yourself and you just sit with your thoughts
Mm-hmm.
and you start evaluating things in your life and you start saying that's not benefiting me or I think I'm getting irritated with this. And you start
Mm-hmm.
noticing, you start getting irritated with, how people start moving or how people start talking. And you start changing things about yourself and how you react to said people.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I would say that is a sign of growth and maturity. When you can
Right.
step back and see yourself snatching away from something that's negative or something that's not, trying to grow and mature with you.
Exactly.
Because if you are in a relationship or even a friendship and you start seeing people around you not growing with you, something the matter.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I feel like I always thought I was weird because I was more observant.
Mm-hmm.
I was more, infatuated with knowledge and growth. I love learning. Teach me. I want to know. And so it's like each birthday, I would find myself crying because they're like, oh, I'm getting old. I cried when I turned 20. Like, it just hit me. But at the same time, I noticed every birthday I was dropping something or somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't hurt me. At one point, I did get uncomfortable because I felt like, oh, I'm not friends with so and so anymore. How am I gonna maneuver? How I'm gonna function? Because that's my ex boon cool. I'm with them all day, every day. But something in me wanted to grow. Something in me wanted more.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like the educational system. You start with Head Start, pre-K, kindergarten, first grade, each level you should be learning something.
Mm-hmm.
You can't progress to the next grade if you don't pass the grade that you in. So
Exactly.
you can apply that same concept to your private life,
Mm-hmm.
your mental, life. You can apply that aspect to your whole life,
Right.
because if I know I've been hurt,
Hey, Smiley.
I know I got to let it go. And I know if I don't let it go, I'm not going to grow.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't grow, excuse me, the same thing is going to happen. The
Exactly.
same cycle is going to keep coming back. If I don't
Mm-hmm.
learn this lesson now, I'm gonna be a magnet for her heartbreak. I'm gonna attract this stuff until I see the lesson in it and I apply it. But
Mm-hmm.
some people see the lesson and don't care
Mm-hmm.
because they've gotten complacent with routine and cycle.
Right.
The same people that I probably would have hung with in high school or liked in high school, I don't want that now. Cause
Mm-mm.
baby, them was little boys. I understand now. I'm not I'm not a little girl. So I need grown person status. And to want those things, I have to want it for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I want somebody that's mature, that's already in tune with themselves, that's, partially healed, and I'm not those things? I will cause a ripple effect for that person. I will cause chaos for that person.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, maturing, I did feel alone. I did feel by myself. But I had to realize that's part of growing. That's, you know, and I start writing. I've been a writer, but I started writing. But the difference between free writing and the writing that I started doing, the
Mm-hmm.
same emotions that I will hold on to, I would write. Just how I wanted to react to said person,
Yeah.
I would write. I would write. I write it down and get it out of me. Because as long
Right.
as you holding that stuff in you, as long as you got them feelings balled up inside of you, as long as you're holding on to that hurt, that anger, the animosity, you're holding on to all these things. There's no room for growth. You can't grow if you holding all this stuff in.
Right.
That's like trying to swim and you got two cement blocks tied to your ankles. Where you
Mm.
going? Nowhere
No.
but down. So once
Mm-hmm.
I started, you know, sitting in a space, even getting in a headspace to where I just wanna be by myself. Just let me
Mm-hmm.
just leave me alone. And it wasn't pushing people away. It was
Right.
saying, I gotta help me. Because if I don't help me, hurt people hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
And you might not be somebody, that deserves what I'm gonna say or how I'm gonna react. But because I can't handle, your softness now because
Mhm.
I'm in a chaotic episode right now. I'm
Mhm.
trying to figure out what's going on.
Right.
I know I need to heal, and I want more. I know I want healthy relationships, whether in a relationship or platonically. But to do that, I have to heal first. So that comes with being in a room by yourself. It's okay to be by yourself. You could be by
Mhm.
yourself, but that don't mean you're lonely.
Mm-mm.
And like I said on last week's episode, I think it is vital to have friends that know how to pray you through something. If your friends cannot pray you through something, you need to check that. Because
Exactly.
if I am telling you, there will be friends that you will not even have to open your mouth and say, I need to heal or something's the matter because they already know. They're actually,
Exactly.
what's wrong? You say nothing, but they already done clocked it. And their response will be, baby, I've been praying for you, girl. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what it is, but you're going to get through this. You got it. Those type of friends are vital when you are in your healing phase.
Exactly.
Ones that have been through, this is my perspective. I don't want no friends that have not been through nothing. Because if you have not been through nothing, how can you tell me something? If you
Exactly.
ain't been through nothing. If you have not
Exactly.
been through something, you how you gonna help me? How that's like you saying we can go to the bank and cash this check, but you ain't got no
Mm.
check. Who bank account you gonna get this money out of? But but it's like when I start sitting alone,
Mm.
I realized I wasn't alone because even though I didn't have anyone physically there, I had God.
Mm-hmm.
And even in my humility, in my hurt, it hurt. Sometimes it hurted me to open my mouth and say, God, I'm tired, or my heart's bleeding out. I'm hurt. Why they do me like this? Why this happened? And I just start pouring myself out to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then before I knew it, it was like, okay, you don't like me. I understand. I might not be, the coffee that you used to. I might
Mm-hmm.
not be what you like or what you
Mm-hmm.
want, but that's
Exactly.
okay. Cause I'm learning. I'm the catch, baby. I
Exactly.
lost nothing.
Mm-mm.
When you can sit by yourself and start evaluating your own life,
Mm-hmm.
when you can sit and humbly say, "Here's my torn heart. Here's my broken heart. Here's I need help, God. I need people can't help me."
Mm-mm.
The person that I trusted with my heart, you see what they did to it.
Exactly.
Mama can't help me. Daddy can't help me. I need something more.
Mm-hmm.
And I start saying, God holding me at night. You be everything I desire in this moment. Not every relationship I walked away from was bad.
Mm-hmm.
But if you know me personally, you know that I, battle with some health issues. And health issues became, the problem in relationships. And people start seeing that I was just leaving them just to leave them, but not
Mm-hmm.
wanting to, you know, put people all in my business like that or appear weak to people. I didn't tell them the full story. So
Mm-hmm.
I would say, I gotta heal. I need to heal. I need to heal. But at the same time, I felt bad because I felt like I was hurting somebody because I'm walking away from somebody who's there. But when I actually stepped out of it, the maturity that I had adapt and start walking in, I started seeing that wait a minute, that wasn't that either. You painted them
Mm-hmm.
good, that wasn't that either. Because if they were so locked in with you, if they really loved you like they said, if they was in love with you like they said or
Mm-hmm.
proclaimed, they would know how to pray for you
Exactly.
on a level that will get stuff moved. Not just she'll cover her.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can say that. Not just your friends should have a prayer life or a prayer relationship with God, your spouse should as well. Another sign of growth is when things don't bother you no more.
Mm-hmm.
You could be, you know how people say, I don't got another talking phase in me. And they meet somebody and they start another talking phase.
Mm-hmm.
And said person start moving funny, like,
Mm-hmm.
and then they be like, well, you weird anyway. Or you da da da. And you maturity and growth in you will be like, oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Unbothered.
You did me a favor, baby. You
Mm-hmm.
helped me. Because
Exactly.
I saw that this wasn't it. It wasn't working.
Mm-mm.
Maturity and growth, another sign would be when you know how to, you learn how to shift your focus from desires and you focus
Mm-hmm.
on a come up in you.
Exactly.
Okay, so my what that means, Chi, some of us wake up focused on the wrong stuff. We're just gonna keep it 100. You wake up worried about the wrong stuff.
Mm-hmm.
95% of y'all wake up worried about somebody else, man or woman. We're just gonna keep it 100.
Yeah.
Because the man or woman you crying over ain't even yours.
Mm.
But I'm
You better
helping the
say
people.
that.
I'm helping the people.
You better say that, girl.
Shift your when you can shift your focus, you know you got entrepreneur hands,
Mm-hmm.
but you've been slacking on perfecting your craft because you was worried about little Ray Ray
Mm-hmm.
running back to his baby mama,
Mm-hmm.
or you was worried about Yvette going back to baby Jody. You was worried about
Mm-hmm.
that. You was focused all on that when you could have had $1 million invention
Mm-hmm.
right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing that I did. I shift my focus.
Mm-hmm.
I y'all are my friends, so I'm gonna keep it 100. This is where we talk real emotions. This is real life.
Mm-hmm.
Anything we get up here and talk about is our lives. We don't make up stories. We don't make up scenarios. We don't
No,
have
these are
to.
real stories.
This is our life. Just like I said, how could we get up here and tell y'all something if we ain't been through nothing?
Exactly.
Recently, well, not recently, months back,
Mm.
back into last year, I was told that I had cancer, and I was, talking to somebody, but at the same time, it's like my focus wasn't really there because I was, what if I get so serious and caught up in this and they wake up, but I don't wake up? So you see where my focus was? My focus was on my health. That's where my focus was. When it should have kind of been like, and I seen what they were trying to do, trying to pull me out of my norm. And I liked the fact that they were pulling me out of my norm. But at the same time, you know how you want something so bad. And then when it started rolling, you be like, this too good to be true. This happening too good. This ball rolling too smooth. It's going too good. What's gonna happen? what's gonna happen? Something's gonna happen, ain't it? And so I start praying because I always pray for a sign. I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna pray. One thing about Chichi gonna pray. Okay, Daddy, tell me what's up because we can't see certain things when we're close to a person. Just like if you bring your new boo around your friends, I ain't talking about just them associates. I'm talking about them same friends that know how to pray you through something. Them same friends that be like, sis, nah, bruh, that ain't it. When you bring your said person around them, and they pull you to the side and be like, this one right here, no, 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 that ain't it. And I applaud her for that. Those are the type of people that I want to be connected to. Tell me, because my head might be so high in the clouds. I might be just head over heels in love and missing red flags when they popping me upside of the head. But when you bring that person around your friends, energy's gonna speak. But when they don't, I don't got friends like that. If I'm not with my sister, I'm in my home by myself. I don't have friends. Mm-mm. Here to hang out. Girl, let's hang out. No. Uh-uh. What we hanging out for? But I start saying, God, give me a sign. But the difference in the maturity levels was now I got eyes to see. Because back then I was saying, God, give me a sign. And the sign was just tearing my head up and I wasn't paying no attention. Like Madea, when she held up the t-shirt and the sign and said, do not pass go, do not collect $200. Yeah, I disregarded all of that.
You
But
collect everything.
when maturity kicks in, when common sense is active, it's two parts to a common sense. A common and a sense. Because 1 + 1 is what? Okay. So I start praying and I start asking for signs. And just little things. Yeah, I start seeing things in dreams. Or I say, God, let this person say this color today. To keywords. Let them say this word. Let them talk about this color right here. Baby, he started showing me in dreams, like, nah, that ain't. And one thing about a woman's intuition, ain't gonna lie. So I start seeing, but I start fighting with what I saw. Now, if I'm seeing said person moving somebody into a home that was not me, I'm gonna fight with it. So I start asking questions, and it was being avoided. So if you're not lying to me, why are you avoiding answering what I'm asking you? But then it's one thing about when you pray and forget that you prayed a prayer, and then it comes across like people just start telling on themselves. Like, yeah, such and such said this, and such and such feels some type. Let me help somebody out. If you are dating somebody with children and they randomly come tell you something about what they baby mama or they baby daddy said, run. Run. If they come and tell you, oh, well, such feels some type because we talking, First of all, why was our topic between you and said person?
Right.
And second of all, why is that a problem if me and you together and they doing whatever they got going on, that's their business. So why are they offended if y'all ain't got nothing going on?
Mm-hmm. Because they got something going on.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
When signs of growth and maturity will be, it's gonna feel like your common sense is on 15. Like you gonna be hold up, but you gonna see stuff from different angles.
Mm-hmm.
You know how Mr. Brown be like, self, myself said, you gonna sit there, you gonna evaluate a problem within yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Maturity is gonna look like this. Situation pops up. You gonna have a reaction that you think the way that you think they should react, and they might they might show out on you. Oh, you probably just cry, get depressed. Mature you. Thank you. Thank you for showing yourself up. Thank you for showing me that I would have been wasting my time.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for answering every question that I had. Thank you. Another sign of growth is when, like I said, you shift your focus and you're all about you. Your prayers become more about you.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're like me, you pray for everybody. I pray for everybody. But in a relationship, that hits different. Because while I can love everybody, I can't be in love with everybody. And another beautiful thing about growing is knowledge is beautiful. Knowledge is beautiful, growth is beautiful. If you can't look back to last week and see that you've grown this week, check yourself. Because for me, I feel like personally, we all should see growth in ourselves on a day to day basis.
Mm-hmm.
And it's we talk real and raw here, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Maturity and growth does not feel good. It does not feel good. It's when you are wanting more, when you are wanting, you know, to mature, when you are wanting good change, because not all change is good. Because some good people go downhill. We just yeah, some good people go downhill, and some good people let people drag them downhill.
Mm-hmm.
But when you can see that you've grown, you've allowed growth, you will understand it hurted the whole while. But oh my God, look at it. Look at
Mm-hmm.
me. Oh, this is me now. This is how I'm reacting to things.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm giving people. This is what I produce.
Mm-hmm.
Growth hurts because you have to cut and clip away old things. That's
Mm-hmm.
emotions, feelings, people, habit. But when you realize you're growing and things start shrinking in your life, don't try to make it big. Just let it
Mm-mm.
go. Let it go.
There you
It's
go.
okay. Let them go. I've had to let people go in my life and it hurt me to my when I say that thing broke me because I wanted it to work. Friend, I wanted to stay in my life forever. But I started seeing that drama, that stuff. I don't want that. I don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you won't see it until it happens. And when it happens, you'll sit and you'll, start reminiscing on your friends back in the day, and you'll start seeing like, hmm, they always treated me a little different.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll see, baby, they was never your friend. They was jealous of you. They
Mm-hmm.
envied you. They wanted to be you. But because you
Mm-hmm.
were so close, you couldn't see that. We used to stay. I know I cannot be the only one that stayed defensive when mama, grandma, auntie, uncle say, baby, that ain't your friend. Or your mama didn't like that one friend that you bought round. Couldn't
Mm-hmm.
stand that one friend that you
That ain't your
something
friend.
about that little girl. I don't like that little boy. Something about them. And
That's
you be
not
like,
your
oh,
friend.
mama, ain't nothing. They
Mm-hmm.
knew. They knew. They knew that wasn't a friend.
Mm-hmm.
But it took you to mature to see. It don't feel good. You know how I know it don't feel good? I'm gonna use this example. Pottery. I've always wanted to take a pottery class because, like, yeah, what pottery? I am infatuated with pottery videos,
Mm-hmm.
but but you can look at a potter with the clay on the wheel
Mm-hmm.
to get the shape that he wants. He has to
Mold it.
squeeze and mush and mold it. And I could,
Mm-hmm.
if that clay could talk, I know it'd be like, what are you doing to me? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you why are you manhandling me like that? Why are you mushing me like that? But when it's all done and you shaped in the right form, you think you good. But you still gotta go through another painful process. You still gotta go through the heat. And that heat is just to make you stern. That heat is to burn away impurities. And when you come out, finished product, you
Mm-hmm.
good. And you can look at the other clay that's on the wheel like, yeah, you finna get it. You ain't gonna feel good. But when you're done, when you make it through that, when you get when you get off of that potter's wheel, when you get done baking in that oven, you done. You done. Did it feel good? No. Growth does not feel good because we're human. We catch feelings for people.
Mm-hmm.
We get attached to people and things. So if I'm saying next week I want to see change. And if I know that I've been entertaining somebody that's not giving, they're trying to go in the same direction as me, or they holding me back in any type of way, I got to let it go. Another sign of growth is when you're not afraid to let it go, or you don't care about the after effects of letting it go. But you got to be careful because some people, you'll be there. You'll be ready to just, baby, I can't. I wish you the best, but it's not working.
Mm-hmm.
I release you. You can say that to somebody. But if they've had control over you, they know how to manipulate you.
Mm-hmm. They know how to reel you in.
Well, why you? Well, what is it? Well, can we talk about it? What the? You didn't want to do all this when you had me, but now you want to talk. Well, what we gonna talk about? So I say this to you: when you're fed up, be fed up. When you're done, be done. Don't leave any space for anybody to come in and be narcissistic or manipulate you because people are good at manipulation. People love to. I think a vast majority of people love to play mind games,
Mm-hmm.
and they like to say, "Oh, I was just filling out the situation." Were you?
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny because like I see my maturity every time somebody from my past approaches me. And they be like, "Oh, what's up, Chi? Oh, hey, you still looking good? Oh, I know. Can I get your number? No, I don't think so. Oh, what's your problem? So now you know you've matured because your maturity is not a problem to them. If
Mm-hmm.
if they don't get offended with your simple answers, nah, run, run,
Exactly.
because they finna try to reel you in. They gonna try to get you back.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're done and you're moving on with your life, and you
Mm-hmm.
know that said person is no good for you, male or female, let it go. When you see that they've caused you nothing but pain or hurt, let it go. When you see that you've matured and they haven't, let it go. When you see that they playing games and you already done said game over, three strikes,
Let
you
it go.
out,
Mm-hmm.
let it go.
Mm-hmm.
People will play on your emotions if you let them. Back to when Boss Lady was talking about control. People will try to control you,
Mm-hmm.
and it won't always come off as narcissistic,
Mm-mm.
and it won't always come off as manipulative.
Mm-mm. It can be those sweet, kind words.
Yeah, you know how they gonna get you? Woo you
Baby,
in.
I love you.
Uh-huh. They might drop a band.
Mm-hmm.
You wasn't doing this before. That's how you know. You wasn't moving like this before.
Mm-hmm.
You wasn't trying to wind and dine me before. Baby, I was doing all the heavy lifting.
Mm-mm.
So
You
what are
can
you
show.
doing?
Yeah.
That is when you know that you've grown. That is when you know that you're maturing, and that is when you know that you've chosen yourself. I We talk about self-worth and we talk about self-growth. We talk about healing, from hurtful situations. Not every situation will be a relationship where it was bad. Because I have some relationships that was good and it was me. I can say it was me. Not being toxic and, hurtful, but being scared because of what somebody did in the past. If something someone did to me in the past, PTSD is real, y'all. And if you're not healed, don't jump into a relationship until you're healed. Because if not, if that person is not strong to where they can help you maneuver through that, it will tear them to pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And it will not be fair for somebody else to be your babysitter. Because that should have been dealt with before. If you know you're not ready, don't go jump into nobody.
Mm-mm.
If you know you're not ready to date, if you know you're not ready for a friendship, if you know you're not ready to entertain somebody, do not get in nobody's face
Right.
because now you're the one playing games.
Exactly.
You can't lead somebody on and be like, I don't think I'm ready. You should have started with that. And I think that was one mistake that I made with a relationship that I thought was going to be like it. I didn't lead with boundaries.
Mm.
I didn't say, oh, I don't want to have sex until I'm married. I didn't lead with that. So when I started trying to say that, it was like, what? It was my fault. If you start right, you end right. And that's with friends. If you know you don't smoke and drink and you're around friends that do that, how you think that's gonna go if you don't open your mouth? Either one or two things gonna happen. They're gonna pull you or you gonna pull them. They gonna have you smoking and drinking, or you gonna have them saying, I wanna quit. I don't think this is ladylike. I don't want to do that anymore. But that's only if you're strong. Because if you're the weaker friend, yeah, you're gonna be sipping. You're gonna be puff passing. You're gonna be doing that. But that's only if you're weak. But back to what I was saying, not all of my relationships were bad. And then I felt like because of my health, I was scared. And I didn't know how to put that fear into words. So I started saying, I just gotta heal. I just gotta heal. And I didn't have the energy to defend myself. So I just let it be what it was gonna be. Because I realized when a person is used to toxicity, they will paint a whole picture in their head and that don't even be the reality. You can be really going through something and you could tell somebody, I'm dealing with this right now. So I can't do that. In their head, oh, you playing me. What? How do you get that from that? That don't even make sense. Like like what? How? But they're used to toxicity. They're used to going back and forth. So for them, they have to paint a picture to make you the villain. Because they're losing something that they wanted, not seeing and understanding that you wanted them too, or you wanted the situation too. But I think I posted a video, and I think the caption was, "Life will teach you patience." Life gonna teach you patience. Fear gonna teach you courage. And I had to let go to save them. Because if I would have stayed right there, in a mess like I was gonna be the problem. I was gonna be the problematic one. Because that was gonna be added weight to them. You never want to be a weight to somebody. You always want to be the person that lifts weights. And that's something that, I always pray, like, everybody I come in contact with, I want to be a beacon of hope. I want to be that friend that walk in a room and everything get okay. Not saying that I want to be God, not saying that, but I want to be somebody that makes life troubles easier, that makes struggle easier. I want to be the face that somebody sees and they get strength. Like those are the people that I want around me. Because if you can't feel, because sometimes I'm not gonna say it. Sometimes people are not gonna open their mouths and say what's wrong. I'm that friend. Y'all can say, "Gee, what's wrong?" Nothing. You okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm good. And I'll be, if you don't know me, you'll believe it because I'm gonna be smiling. Like, yeah, I'm good. But when you know me, for me, my quiet speaks louder than my words. And if you know me, you caught that. For some people, that would have went over your head. When I get quiet, and I ain't talking about just, I'm talking about go quiet. No text, no call, no posting, nothing. What's up? Checker. That's when overthinking comes. Another sign of growth and maturity is when you are not overthinking no more. You just let it be. Just like I said, when you let them assume something, baby, assume, because I ain't got the energy. I don't have the time or the energy to go back and forth with you. Any other time, you probably would have overthought. Oh, but they're gonna say this. They're gonna say, I don't care what they say. They can say it, but it's not gonna faze me because I'm maturing. Hey, I'm doing better. I'm happier. And you will see when you start letting certain people go and when you start letting past things go, when you open your heart and just let it breathe and just let all that old clutter just come out, You will go to sleep tonight and wake up tomorrow like you done hit the lottery. It'll feel so
Sure.
good. You feel so light. Baby, when I did that, when I just, y'all remember that episode when I said my mom taught me if I'm going to cry, cry in God. Baby, that night when I cried to God. I know I cried all night. I'm talking about on the floor, snot, tears. I didn't care. Because one thing about me, when I'm hurt, when my heart is broke, I'm not finna go vent to my friend. Because what my friend gonna do? Hype me up? No, don't hype me up. I don't need to get in no trouble. And I don't want nobody else to get in trouble on my account. So my mom taught me if you're gonna cry or be depressed, cry in God. Therefore, when you're done crying, that strength gonna hit different. That weight ain't gonna be there. You gonna see that whatever you was crying over, it wasn't even that big.
Mm-hmm.
So I started doing it. And I think I told my twin. I said, "Girl, when I stopped crying this time, I felt so good the next day. I felt so light. I felt so free. It just felt like this is what I had to do. All I had to do was let it go. Just let it go. Don't get me wrong. You're going to think about it. You might even think about them. You're going to reminisce. You might ride past a restaurant that y'all went to. And this could be, an intimate relationship or a platonic one. Because memories get attached to places. You gonna ride you gonna ride you gonna ride past the park. If y'all went to the park, you gonna remember. But I want you to remember if you left it or outgrew it, leave it there.
Mm-hmm.
Because we will start reminiscing and we'll start going back to pick it up.
I'm missing.
We'll go and start unblocking people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say this. If you block me, baby, keep me blocked. Don't
Mm-hmm.
unblock me. Don't do that. Friend, ex, don't unblock me. Leave me blocked. Because that's really how you felt. That's
Mm-hmm.
how you felt for real. So ain't no need to unblock. Don't y'all be unblocking people because you
Mm-hmm.
you had a memory or
Yeah.
they came across your cranium. It's okay, it'll go away. Like somebody told me, I got a crush on you. I told them, baby, it'll go away. It will it'll it'll go away. Because I want to see how I can say this in a nice way. Some of us don't really be in love. It be lust
Lust.
the whole time
It be lust.
because you like how you like how she, yeah, lust.
Mm-hmm.
How you start is how you finish. I will keep saying that. I can say that because I made that mistake. If you don't want to do nothing until you get married, tell them that. They either gonna get mad or roll with the flow. If they
Right.
roll with the flow, okay. If they get mad, baby, that's not your one.
Mm-mm.
That's not it.
Mm-mm.
If they want the cookie and they ain't thinking about putting a tat out right here,
Mm-hmm.
and you cannot be afraid to speak your boundaries. How do you expect people to know how to handle you if you don't present your boundaries?
Mm-hmm.
That was my problem, y'all. I just assumed, oh, they know. No, they don't.
Mm-mm.
Open your mouth. Open your mouth. Open. This is your life. This is your heart. These are your feelings. If you don't tell people how to maneuver, if you don't give them the instructions on how to handle your heart, they're going to do it any kind of ways. They're gonna do your body any kind of way. They gonna do you how you would expect somebody to do somebody that ain't got gave them no boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
So when you do trying to start set boundaries, it's gonna cause a problem. Oh, now you don't want me to touch you? Now you don't want me to lay with you?
Mm-hmm.
You see how that's gonna rock? Cause that's how we start. We started off like rabbits, overdosing them, giving it to whatever they wanted it. But now you saying we can't do nothing until we, baby, you already done did it.
Mm-hmm. You didn't give it to him already.
They already know how that cookie taste. Ain't no take backs. And there's a few people I wish I could take it back from.
He said, why,
Be honest.
why buy the milk when you can get it free?
Right. Set boundaries with yourself. That's another sign of growth. When you start telling people how they gonna maneuver with you, and they not tell you how you gonna roll with yourself. Like what? You telling me I can't love on myself?
No, they don't want you to love on yourself.
Pampering and self care is a form of self love. Take yourself to get a medi pedi. Go get your hair done. Go buy yourself an ice cream. It don't take much.
Anything.
If you know, like I just said, that pottery class, if you know you've been wanting to take that pottery class, or you've been wanting to check out that goat yoga class that they have every Saturday, do that.
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna let somebody come tell you what you can and cannot do with your own life?
Mm-hmm.
That don't work like that. So, like I said, another sign of growth and maturity is setting boundaries with yourself.
Right.
And limit how much a person receives you. Cause we'll be 2 weeks in and we already at the altar getting married.
Exactly.
we we already in the big
Like,
house
hey,
with the
slow down.
right with the white picket fence and the 2 kids and the little dog named Toto. We already, baby, we already there. We already on the honeymoon. Pace yourself. Right. Date yourself. Date yourself. You better come on. It's okay to date yourself. Baby, right now, y'all see me. Y'all, I'm not looking. That's another thing. We be out here looking. Looking and grabbing anything. It's okay to date yourself. It's okay to love yourself and love on God in the process. Cause I be saying, God, beautify me every day. Like make me more beautiful each and every day. Teach me
Mm-hmm.
something about myself that I did not know. Show me something that I didn't know yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, knowledge and growth is beautiful to me.
Mm-hmm.
So when I meet my person and I have to learn them, it's not gonna
Mm-hmm.
be like a jigsaw puzzle. It's gonna be beautiful because I get to learn you. I get to learn you. I'm gonna be saying we get to learn each other on a different level, like for real. But I know that I'm gonna have to keep that hype down because you know people can't handle excitement. Like they be like, "Is she a little cray? Is she a little cray cray? What's the matter with her?" But it's beauty in growth. It's beauty in maturity. Don't never let nobody tell you different. Don't never let nobody water you down or make you swoon to the beat of their drum. You the big kahuna in your life. Well, God the big kahuna, you the junior kahuna in charge, okay? So another sign of growth would be asking God. That's it. Asking God. Every decision or choice that you have to make, it's okay to ask God. Ask him. He'll tell you or he'll show you. Just like he starts showing me dreams, he'll show you. I can't be the only one that he showed dreams to. I know I'm not the only one. You ask him. I don't care if a promotion came up at work, or somebody asked you to go on a vacation with them, or you want a husband or a wife, and you seeing a potential candidate, you don't just
Mm-hmm.
jump at it.
Mm-mm.
It's okay to ask God, like, hello,
Yeah.
I kind of, and be just how I'm talking to y'all. Y'all can talk to God just like this.
Mm.
Like, Dad, I saw this guy. He came across and he seemed kind of okay, and he know us better than we know ourselves. So what other person to tell than Because while he may look good or she may look good, God know they got something going on.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ever seen that movie Temptation? Uh-huh. Yeah. Did you catch it?
Mm-hmm.
Everything that glitter ain't gold.
Mm-mm.
That
Mm-mm.
grass that you think green over there, it might be fake grass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it might it might be fake grass. You ever thought about that?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Oh, people don't think like that though. They just want it because it's pretty. It's not real.
Mm-mm.
Go touch it. Oh, but you over there now.
Mm-hmm.
You over there. The grass that you did have, it probably was a little patchy, but it was real. The
Yep.
sun probably was beating down on it, but it was real. But now you stuck in this situation that's not real. But that's what you wanted, right? So it's okay to ask God. Ask ask him. He said we have not because we what? We
Yes.
don't ask.
Mm-hmm.
Because we ask not. You want a relationship, you have to learn to be patient. Because I had to learn everything happens on God's timing. Everything. This is where I'm just in it. And everybody that I come across that I think is gonna fit is not always gonna fit.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that I want there ain't gonna be there because
Exactly.
it's gonna be places that he grows you or and mature you to go that some people can't reach.
Mm-hmm.
And that don't necessarily mean they're a bad person,
Mm-mm.
but something in them is tainted. And while a person can tell you, I'm not a bad person, they can stay there all day. But if they're able to flip on you in less than 0.23 seconds for nothing, for something that's not even that serious, let it go. That's toxic. And you know how they say, oh, I'm a little toxic, but you're going to love it up here. No, baby, run. Run fast, okay?
Toxic
Don't
is
fall for
not
that
good.
trick. Because they already telling you what it's going to be. And now you crying. You crying to your girls in the group chat. Because you don't found out that your person is toxic. But when y'all first met and went on a date, it was, I might be a little toxic, but you're gonna like it. You could have ran in, but you was oh you was infatuated.
Toxic ain't cute.
You was ready. Hot and ready like Little Caesars. Now you crying. Now you crying. Now your heart hurt. For me, another sign of growth would be when you learn how to go back and apologize to God for allowing other people to hurt you.
Mm.
And people might not understand. I'm a very deep person. Like, and I used to be so sensitive. I used to be so sensitive to the point where, like, if somebody said something to me, I would cry because it was so easy to like get to my heart because that's how big it was. And I always wanted to, be that I got you type person.
Mm.
I would go out of my way to make sure everybody was good. My person, I was there. you know. But when I start writing and I start putting those feelings into my writing, just how I'm talking about everything that I wanted to say to that person, I wrote it. I wrote prayers to God. I told him I was angry and I didn't understand. But in my anger and my hurt, I asked him to teach me how to guard my heart and hide it. Hide my heart. Because they out here playing. Your children you got down here, some of them is bad. You know them baby children that be running around with the silver caps on their teeth? Yeah, let's give me that.
Mm.
But I start realizing the whole time God was saying, you're allowing other people to come in. And I've been standing right here wanting to love on you this whole time.
Mm.
And you're allowing people to come in and give you half that when you deserve so much more than that. So I started looking at it as my dad's a king. I'm the princess. I'm the next heir. Why am I allowing people, peasant minded people, to make me cry and break my heart? So I started writing in my letters, God, I'm sorry for allowing people to break the heart that you gave me. Because I even started questioning why you made my heart like this. Why my heart so freaking big? Like, why? Why can't, why do I want to hate but I can't? Why do I want to hold a grudge but I can't? I started writing all of this. And it's like the more I start writing, the easier it got. And I would kind of say I'm in my, I don't even care no more. Not in a bad way, but I don't care. Because I shift my focus. You have to realize, like that song says, your heart is not your own. To him we belong. Give yourself away to him. Give yourself away to God. It's okay. Because he knows and he's seen everything that you've been through. Why would he send you chaos and confusion when he says he's not the author of confusion?
Mm-hmm.
So if he's seen all your hurt, all your pain, all your tears, if he's seen how people have reached into your chest cavity and ripped out your heart, if he's seen all of that, he gonna just send you anything. He's not just gonna send you somebody that's gonna be after his own heart. He's gonna send you somebody that knows how to defend yours. He's gonna send you somebody that's gonna be compatible. He's gonna send you somebody that's gonna be understanding. He's gonna send you somebody that's gonna be patient, protective, all the way around the board. So it's okay with growing. It's okay. It's okay to pray. It's okay to journal. It's okay to love yourself. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay to tell yourself you're beautiful. You're handsome. You gonna have everything you deserve.
Mm-hmm.
Stop saying I won't and start saying I am. It happens now. Start saying it's happening now, right now. Say it. I want everybody to type it. It's happening right now. Right now. For me, it's happening right now. Change is
It's
taking
happening
place
right
right
now.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Right now. Because we can talk life into other people, but we can't do it for ourselves. And I'm talking to myself right now. It started right now.
Mm-hmm.
It happens now. Right now. Everything I want is happening right now. He working on it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Expedited shipping. Overnight shipping. Right now. If I need a door open, it's opening right now.
Mm-hmm.
If I need an answer, It's coming right now. And don't just be saying it to say it. You gotta say it and believe it. Cause we can
Mm-hmm.
believe for other people, but when it comes
Yep.
to believing for ourselves, I don't know. Oh baby, it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
You wanna be a wife before the year out? It's happening now. hmm You want that promotion at work? It's happening now. Move in your now. Move in your now. I'm healing right now. Even if you're not dealing with nothing, I'm still healing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm maturing right now. I'm growing right now. Not later, right now.
Right now.
This is something you should tell yourself every day. Right now.
Exactly.
Speak life into yourself. That is what this podcast is for. But we can only do so much. We can only tell you and lead you, but we can't make you.
Mm-hmm.
We can tell you you're beautiful, you're handsome. We can tell you you a catch. We can tell you you're gonna make somebody happy one day. We can tell you you're gonna be the apple of somebody's eye. But if you don't believe that,
It's not gonna happen.
it ain't gonna happen because it has to start with you. You have to start decluttering yourself from past things. You have to start cleaning out yourself. Clean
Mm-hmm.
yourself out. You know how everybody be trying to jump on the next hottest detox trend? Detox yourself mentally. Stop overthinking.
Mm-hmm.
hmm Oh, well, I like her. I'm into her, but I'm not used to her. You gonna start with that attitude? What about she's not the type of lady that I'm used to, but God teach me. See how that works?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, see, yeah, yeah. You gotta know how to command things because when it comes to praying for a friend, we'll have it down to the T. I's dotted, T's crossed, everything in the right place. It ain't no need for proofreading, right? But when it comes to us, we skim and seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
We missing a letter,
Mm-hmm.
a pronoun. We don't misspelled two words. Baby, you when it comes to yourself, you should be your top priority. You should be your top priority. Always. I let people go because of certain things that I was dealing with. Not because, you know, there was anybody else or because I've never been that type of person, but when you're scared and you're dealing with other things and you don't have the energy to put into words, sometimes you just gotta let it be. Let it be. If people assume, let it be. You ain't gotta you owe nobody no explanation because God sits high and he looks low. He knows everything. He knows
Mm-hmm.
your heart was in the right place if you are doing right. Now, I'm not talking about if you out here and you got a whole roster. Cause yeah. I'm not talking about those type of people. I'm talking about the people that are actually genuine. Their motives are not tainted. They're not toxic. The people that deserve, and I feel like everybody deserves to be loved. Everybody. I don't think one person just woke up and said, I want to be a dog or I want to be
Well,
keeping it
some
family
people.
friendly. I don't want to be a Hoya. I'm going to say that. Y'all
Well,
caught it?
some people want to be a dog.
I don't think a vast majority of people wanted to wake up and be like that. But you do got some that don't care. Oh, baby, they
Mm-mm.
dropping it in and everything. They don't care.
Mm-mm.
But for the ones that feel like that's what they had to do because they got hurt,
Mm-hmm.
hurt people. They fell victim to a hurt person. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how they cope with it. I think everybody deserves love. And I feel like if you don't seek God and you don't ask questions, then you're setting yourself up to get hurt again. Especially if you're maneuvering to healing 100%. Your focus
Mm-hmm.
should not be on dating until you feel you're strong to date. Now, you will find somebody that will be like, you might come across somebody that will help you heal. And I'm just going to keep it real. Those people are rare. Those type of people are so rare because they feel like they got to hide. It's a lot of wolves out here, y'all. It's a lot of piranhas out here. Y'all know the little cartoon Tarzan? When the little elephant stuck her foot in the water, it was like, are you sure this water's sanitary? And she was like, it's piranhas in the water. It's piranhas out here, y'all. Some people don't want happiness.
Mm-mm.
Some people can't function if there's no drama.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So you could be the most sweetest person. And they will come and make your world, they would come turn your world upside down.
Mm-hmm.
And you be like, wait, hold on, what's going on? What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you done linked up with the wrong person. I don't know about y'all. I want my right person. I want the right person. That's either intimately or platonically. I want the right person. And I know it's somebody that has had that wrong person that they want to let go. And it's like all you had to do was do right. That's all you had to do. And then we would have been good. It's always that one person that you feel like you just had one job. You had one job, and that was to be good. But you wanted to play too. God dang it, I had to cut you off. I had to let you go. But that's okay because you're growing, you're maturing. You've elevated from high school to college. Baby, we in college, okay? We don't that stuff we did back then. No, the type of people that we were infatuated then, no. We the new aunties and uncles, y'all. And we want to be out here acting like nieces and nephews. All of us just out here with no home training. No. There's nothing wrong with growing. There's nothing wrong with maturing. And there's nothing wrong with being alone. Because being alone does not mean you're lonely. Being alone, for me personally, is saying I'm strong enough to sit by myself. Because that is when I draw my strength.
Mm-hmm.
That is when I revamp. That is when I can see everything that I'm dealing with and lay it all on the table in its most rawest form. I have nobody judging me. I have nobody in my ears. I have nobody trying to hold me back. I have nobody, saying, well, why you feel like that? When it's just me and God and everything's out on the table, he ain't got no choice but to come help me. So being alone does not mean you're weak. Being alone does not mean you're alone.
Mm-hmm.
It's simply saying, I waved my flag because I need help. It's okay to pull away momentarily,
Mm-hmm.
to get yourself centered. It's okay. Now, if you choose to stay by yourself, baby, you fall into depression. Okay? And those are things that you have to pray about too. Because once you get your heart broken, depression is something that I feel like will always peek over your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're fighting to heal. Like I said, you'll think about them, or you'll smell a fragrance, or you'll go past a hotel or a restaurant. Memories. You might even see a picture. Y'all know how Snapchat do. Patty will pop up with memories from years ago with them people that you've let go. But being that it was somebody that you did not want to let go, them feelings will start lingering. You'll start unblocking people, praying that they unblock you too, and send you a message. But I feel like this: if you are maturing in your life and you split or went separate ways from somebody that you did kind of feel like was your potential person, if it is meant to be, it's going to happen. I don't feel like every breakup was a bad one or has to be a bad one. That's not saying sitting there and say, oh, I'm waiting on him or I'm waiting on her. No, keep going with your life. Keep maturing. Keep being a positive energy source. You keep your relationship with God. If you have faith, keep elevating your faith. I remember it was this person that I was into, but he was in the army and he was stationed in South Korea. Even though he was all the way over there, he made me feel like I was the only girl in the world. But when he was coming home, it scared me because he was talking like, I don't care if I meet your mama. I want to meet your mama and tell her I'm going to marry you. Like, I'm going to move you to Texas. Like, he was telling me all this. And I got scared. Shaking in my boots. Like, hold on, wait a minute. Wait, hold, what? You doing what? You gonna come do what? Shayla, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I was so scared because for the first time, this is somebody that's standing on business. He was like, I gotta go back, but I even leave you my truck to drive. Wait, what? You gotta leave? Who? You can come. Like, and it was scaring me because I was seeing that he was real. He was serious. And he had a baby mama. But how he managed that situation, it was like, oh, he grown. He had no contact with her whatsoever. And he would tell me that. I messed it up because I was scared. You see what fear do? Could have been living lavishly. I always said I want to be an army wife. I could have been an army wife. But that's neither here nor there. Fear did that. And my mom was like, do you want him? And I was like, yeah, I do. But I messed it up. She said, if that's somebody that you want, really want, go pray for him. I text him, no response, nothing, y'all. I was like, dang, I burnt that bridge. I did that. I did that. But what I'm saying is, if you split ways with somebody that you felt like you could have did life with, if it's meant to happen, y'all will cross paths again. It's gonna happen. Time. Maybe you had to mature and let some stuff go. Maybe they had to learn how to handle you. Maybe God ain't like the way they was coming at you. Or vice versa. Maybe he's still seeing a little bit of toxicity in them. Even though they did give good person. Maybe he's healing and molding them. How do you know it's not gonna happen? We don't know. But I feel like we frustrate ourselves and we burn ourselves out when we sit from day to day and we are stuck on that, like, I miss them, I want them, I miss them, I want them. Is they thinking about me? I'm thinking about them. Like, when you could have been focused on getting your business plan together. When you could have been focused on something else. Now you cross their path and you not where you supposed to be. And he gonna say, oh, see, you moved too slow. Your focus was in the wrong place. I truly believe God got your person, your person, your person, your person, my person at the right time. At the right time. But your person shouldn't be your focus. You should be your top priority right now. You should be your top priority. It's okay to be selfish with you. Love on you. Take yourself on a vacation. Y'all know I went on a vacation with my family and it was like so, and I kind of got down like, this would be nice if I had somebody. No. It was amazing just how it was. Just how it was good. But I know when that time comes, and me and my person, we out there. But it's okay to get a sense of self. Take yourself to a nice restaurant. When they ask you how many, one. Don't say it and be ashamed. Say it and be proud. One, I'm pampering myself. And get dolled up. Get debonair just like you would for your person. Do those things for yourself. Do that for yourself. We be so ready to do it for other people. We don't do it for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
It starts with you. Healing starts with you. Another person can come and love on you. It may feel good, but what's gonna happen when you have a flare up? What's gonna happen when you have a triggered moment? What's gonna happen when you start crying and they don't understand? Because you chose to move on and you didn't heal. Can you imagine yourself with a person healed versus unhealed? Because for me, if I move on with somebody and I'm not healed, I cannot give them all of me as I should. I cannot state boundaries because I'm scared to talk, or I feel like it's not going to be accepted, or I feel like everything I say is going to be knocked out of the window. Versus a healed me, baby, these are my boundaries. Either you with it or you ain't. This is how I move with me. Okay? Date me like we back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I leave here now. I need to be back here at 12:30. I don't care what you say. Principle. Okay? Principle. Principle. We ain't kids, no, but it's principle. If people are willing to respect your boundaries, that says a lot for that person. That says a lot. Show up and meet my mom and dad. Cause I feel like any person that has to hide themselves and come during booty call hours, baby, that's not run. Cause you, and not only for us females, you have men that go through that too. You have females that'll text a man and be like, "What you doing, big head?" And it's 2:30 in the morning. Girl, them booty call. What Martin said, you ain't gonna treat him like he's creepy. People do that. So you have to set boundaries. If you know you don't want to be out all times of night, say that. If you know you don't want to be touched until you're married, say that.
Say that.
If you know you want this relationship to be different from the ones in the past and you want them to have a connection with your mom and dad, say that.
Mm-hmm.
How they know if you don't talk? Communication
Exactly.
is vital in a relationship. That's vital. If you present your boundaries and they don't respect it, what are you still there for? Because they already telling you they ain't with that. But a real grown man that really wants you or really about that gonna show you. A real grown woman that's about that gonna show you. It don't take money to have a good time. No, it don't take money. It does not take money to have a good time. It don't take money to create memories. It don't take money. But that's people's problem. Oh, I gotta do this. I gotta buy him this. I gotta buy her that. No, you don't. You know what you do? Get a blanket. A picnic bag. Talk. Y'all be so people be so ready to jump into bed with one another, and they know nothing about each other. So now you
Mm-hmm.
done created a little seed, and you wondering why this 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 baby running around with 6 silver caps on each side, because you knew nothing about this person, but you don't went and had a baby with him. You ain't know his family fight with you ain't you ain't know that you don't know they got
Mm-hmm.
anger issues flowing through their family. You don't know a
Exactly.
couple of his people a little schizophrenic.
Mm.
Ooh, but you done lay with it.
Play with it.
Now you gotta put him on child support. Huh? I'm just this is real. People really deal with this.
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, I used to hear my grandma say, y'all be careful who y'all hit y'all wagons to. I used to be like, what's she talking about?
Mm.
What's she talking about? I know now. Or be careful who you have babies with.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Communication is vital. You can lay with somebody and they might not want kids and you pop up pregnant.
That is true.
Or you might be the man and you want a baby and she go and she get clipped and tied and she didn't tell you. And you wondering why she ain't pop up pregnant yet. Baby, you not
Mm-hmm.
gonna get no baby. You shot
Mm-mm.
that down. So communication is vital.
Mm-hmm.
Boundaries are vital. That's like telling somebody to play a game and you holding the instructions. How they know what to do if they ain't got the instructions? How they know how to handle it? They don't know. It's okay to be you. Don't never let nobody change you. Because if you have to change yourself every time you get in the presence of a person, no, you should be comfortable being yourself. Love the raw me. Love me. It's okay to be you. It's okay to set boundaries. And being alone does not mean you're by yourself. Those are those are signs that would stick out that you gonna realize, yeah, I matured. Cause I would have been kind of case. Uh-huh. I would have been crying over that. Maturity. Maturity. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Knowledge is beautiful. It's beautiful. And I just like how each topic ties together. It's just like, so come next week, we should see some growth, huh? We're gonna see some changes.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gonna be cutting people off, huh?
Cut them off.
I don't see nobody saying nothing.
Burn some bridges.
Right? Burning bridges. Get rid of that dead weight. Get rid of
Mm-hmm.
that dead weight. Let it go. Lig it.
It's the only way
Knock
you
it
gonna
out the
move
park.
on. Mm-hmm.
Especially 3 scratch you out. If they on strike 4, they should have been gone.
Bingo.
No excuses, no exceptions. Get them out of there. Because if you still holding on to your past, how you expect your future to come in?
Right.
Ooh,
But you still in the past.
ooh, huh?
Let's go
You still holding
forward.
on to what Ray Ray did to you 6 years ago. But Jimmy ready to come in.
And he
But
can't.
how he gonna come in? He got no room.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you want Miss Chichi, but you still holding on to Cha Cha.
Mm.
You still Cha Cha, your baby mama that you saying that you done with, but you want Chi Chi. How this go, Ray? Huh? Cause I'm gonna tell you one thing about Miss Chi. If I don't see no room for me, that that's friends, whatever. Mm-mm. I'm stingy with me. I'm stingy with me. This my bestie right here, right here. She ain't going nowhere. My sister down there, she ain't going nowhere. Anybody else? These two right here, they locked in. Anybody else? I'm all about action. Cause people can talk all day, show me.
Actions speak louder than words. I forgot.
Show me. That's what you gotta start telling people. Show you. Show you. Can you show me? You love me? Show me. You want me? Show me. And if they can't, I ain't got to say nothing else. If they cannot, let it go. Let them go. Cause what we still talking for? Anybody know? Y'all gonna keep wasting y'all breath,
Mm-mm.
saying the same thing over and over again?
Mm-mm.
Or y'all gonna let it go?
Let it go.
Okay. And that's all I gotta say on that.
Well, she had a whole lot to say, and I love it. Everything that she was saying was really planted in my head too, because you know we should all be on a different journey, especially trying to grow out of the old stuff. You know what I mean? It's time to be something new. I'm not saying turn into something that's not you, because I want you to be you as much as possible. And I had came across this message earlier today, and it says healing isn't about going back to your old self. It's about embracing the new you, the one who endured, who learned through pain, and who had to release, rebuild, and connect or continue anyway. There will always be hard days, confusion days, and proud moments too. That's how healing works. It's not meant to be rushed or compared. Move through it at your own speed. I felt like that was deep because we
Mm-hmm.
always trying to change, but you're not changing to be a better you. And
Right.
that's the whole purpose of healing. Healing is to be a better person than what you were in the past. People want you to stay stuck because you get those people like, oh, I miss who you used to be. Who I used to be, I was horrible. I could have been the most horrible person, and that's what they missed. Not the person that's healing, but the person that wasn't healed. They want you to still stay stuck in the past when there's so much in the future that you could be doing. Your future is waiting, and you're sitting here waiting for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
If we can't grow as a team, as a partnership, relationship, if we're not growing, that's horrible. I don't want nobody. I don't want to be with nobody that we can't grow together. Okay, growing means making money together, having a business together, doing something together that's going to make our lives easy. I'm not saying it's not going to be rough. There is going to be some rough days, but if we can push through those rough days together and come as a team, that's the most best relationship ever. Whether it's a friendship or relationship, whatever. But we have to heal, you know. We have to make sure that we are okay for another relationship. Because if we are not okay, you're gonna mess it up. And you may be alone for the rest of your life if you don't change. People be like, oh, I don't wanna be alone. I don't wanna die alone. Well, you're gonna die alone regardless.
That part.
But I understand that you don't want to be alone where you don't have somebody. And there's always somebody out there for somebody. You just got to make sure you're ready and you see those signs that somebody is there. Somebody is really trying to be with you. People always go like, "Oh, I want them to be fine. I want them to be this." Let me tell you, looks can go in a quick second.
Mm-hmm.
This person can be the most beautiful person on the planet, and something can happen. Face can get messed up and everything. Are you still gonna love that person anyway? I've seen a couple of people. I think it was a lady and her husband. I think the lady had an aneurysm or something, and he still loved her through that pain. He still showed her that she still mattered, that she was still beautiful, that he still loved her. So if he can love her through her pain, and she's still living to this day, that is the most amazing relationship. I don't want nobody who can't love me through my pain.
You better come on and say
You know what I mean? Like I want to love somebody through their pain too because we all got some type of pain. I don't know what that pain may be, but I want to be able to be. You want to be when you get into these relationships. You want to be that person's everything, okay? Because that's the person that you come home and tell everything to.
that. Mm-hmm.
It's like this is where I want to release everything and be like, I'm glad I talked to you because that's the most best relationship there when you can sit and have that conversation and say, babe, this is my day. I don't know what I'm going to do. And you hope that they give you some type of feedback, even if they don't, if they're listening and hearing what you're saying. So they can try to maybe comfort you or just say, you know what, baby, don't worry about it. You know, they not, I want somebody to really hear me. Because some people just hear you go in one ear and out the other. Because you be like, what did I just say? Then they be like, oh, I don't remember. Then what is you here for?
Right.
Why? Why you just here just to listen to nothing? Am I like Charlie Brown? Just want? For real though. Like I don't understand that. Like I want people that I want to be around people who want to grow, who want to do everything together. I don't want to feel like, you know, like some of these friendships is crazy too, because they
You
be
better
trying
come
to
on.
they be trying to hurt you. They be trying to do all this other stuff. I don't want
Mm-hmm.
that. I want us to grow together. You know, I don't want to feel like I'm competing against somebody or anything. For what? We all different. God created us all different people, all different shapes, sizes, height, all of that. Nobody is supposed to be the same. Even twins, they are not the same. They may look the same, but there's always something unique about each one. Either they got a mole here or their personality is different. You got one that's prissy, one that's not prissy. You just see it. We just gotta, like I said, we just gotta learn to heal. And healing means leaving it in the past and working on the future. When you can work on your future, when you can say, you know what, enough is enough, when you're sick and tired of the same stuff over and over and over again and it's not moving, then that's when you know it is time to let it go. So we are here to heal together, you know, and love one another. We are here to heal together, love one another. This is a safe place. And, I just want people to know that, like, it's never too late for love. I see people that's 80, 90 years old still getting married. You know what I mean? It's never too late. Love is out there. Love is not supposed to hurt. Healing isn't even supposed to hurt, really. It's just you taking the time out for you. And when you take when you take the time out to really evaluate yourself and say, you know what, I don't deserve any of those things that I went through, then you'll know the next relationship, that's not what I want. And like she said, pray to God. Ask him what you want. Be thorough of what you want. Because if you just say, I want somebody with a car and a house, he gonna give you that. Because that's all you ask for. You ain't ask for nothing else. Or you ask for, oh, I want a person with a whole lot of money. They give you the person with a whole lot of money without all the other stuff. So now you're like, oh, I'm alone. Why? Well, he gave me money though. That's what you asked for. You have to be specific. You have to be very thorough on what you want. You gotta say, God, I want somebody that's gonna love me. I want somebody that's gonna take me places. I want somebody that's gonna pray with me, go to church with me, see the person who I am today. I want somebody who's going to have fun with me. You have, yes, from A to Z, you have to tell them, you have to tell him exactly what you want. That's how you know. That's how he knows what you want. And he's going to go and create that person and he's going to come to you. You know, they're going to come to you and they're going to open up their arms and say, hey, give it all you got. Give me it. Let me be your person. Let me walk you through everything. So if you can find that person that really is all about you or all about y'all, because you know what? I always love, like, if they go out, maybe they went to the store, right? And they want to go, maybe the ice cream shop, right, by themselves. And they just like, oh, I'm going to give me some ice cream, right? And then they come in the door with two ice creams. And you looking like, why you got two? You look like, well, I thought about you too. And it's like, what? I didn't have to say nothing.
Right.
Because, like, I like that kind of stuff. Like, you just walk in the door, like, here, you an ice cream? You look like, yeah. And it's like, you didn't tell them what you wanted. It's like they already knew. It's like, oh, okay. I like that. It shows they thought about me. You know what I mean? Because some people go to the ice cream place and they come home like, oh, why you give me none? Oh, I didn't think you wanted none. But you ain't even call. You ain't think about me. So, like, it just, like I said, just it's time to heal and let go. The simple things in life is what make me happy. You can just say, hey, I'm about to go and we're gonna go for a ride. And we don't have to go nowhere. Well, we can't go too many places since the gas is high. But But if you take me on a little ride, I'm having a good old time, you know? Or take me to the water and we just sit and we talk. That's romantic to me. That's the most intimate moment for me. so, so everybody just love yourselves, take care of yourselves, put yourself first, put God first, and then yourselves. And let's just be different. I want to be different. I want to grow. I need the seed that God planted to me to grow. That little mustard seed that He gave us to plant. I need it to grow, and it can't grow if you don't love yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sitting there, waiting for you to water it, and waiting for you to give it the sunlight it's supposed to have. So, and remember, life and death is in the power of the tongue. So, whatever you speak into your life, whether it's good or bad, you got to be careful what you say. So, we're going to definitely speak life into us from now on. Whatever you want, you can have. You just got to believe it. You got to say it. So, yep, what you speak is what you are. That's what it is. Mm-hmm.
And we are speaking life.
Yes, we're going to speak life to y'all every Wednesday. Well,
Yes.
every day if you want to, but but mainly on Wednesday. Um, but yeah, love yourselves, please. I'm gonna say that on every podcast. Love yourselves because somebody ain't hearing it, and I need y'all to hear it every time because people don't love themselves, and it shows
Mm-hmm.
when they out here trying to be with anybody, going on them shows, pop the balloon, and still not having nobody. It's like you got to make some priorities for yourself, right? If you can't love yourself, nobody can, and that's the I can say that for myself because I know I did not love myself in the beginning. When I started dating, it felt like I started like I was saying a couple of episodes ago. I started dating at 17. I wasn't ready for no relationship. 17. I'm over here like, what? Somebody want to date me? Oh, well, let's go. And then he was like 25. He was grown. So like we should have been together no way.
Forky.
But
Hi, sugar.
love yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Take yourself on a date, whether that's out to dinner, a walk,
The park.
meditate, anything. And just love on yourself. Hug yourself. Look in the mirror and tell yourself that I am beautiful. I am whatever God want me to be. So in closing, do you have anything else to say, Miss Lady G?
Mm-mm. Just love yourself. Do yourself that favor and
Yeah,
love yourself.
love yourselves. I love me. Do you love yourself?
And do
Period.
always and forever.
Shayla, you love yourself?
She better.
Do everybody in the chat love themselves? But anyway, well, we want to thank you all for joining us on Late Night with Boss Lady and Lady Chi. We will be back here Wednesday night, So definitely be prepared for another great episode. Thank you
Brilliant.
and good night.
Hi.
Tune in Late Night with Boss Lady and Lady Chi. We will be back here on Wednesday night. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. You don't want to miss it. Thank you.